chat. I'm not sure if you see the views, but the views are viewing. I figured I just want to start talking about the books that I read. And in all honesty, the first one I picked out, it was Beloved by Toni Morrison. That was a hard read. I couldn't get through it. So I went back to the bookstore recently and picked up the Tenant by Frida. I think that's how you pronounce it. McFadden. Now, I just finished this up today. And girl, let me tell you, every character in this book is cuckoo bananas. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, just bat crazy. Okay? First, the main character, one of them is Blake. The other one is Krista, who is the female character, and another female character named Whitney. Now, Blake and his fiance, okay, her name is Krista. Along the plot, you notice Blake getting a little bit on the paranoid side because they have to rent out a room in their brown house or brownstone in New York in the Manhattan area. So they have to rent it out because Blake lost his really high paying job. Over the course of him losing his job, things just are up and awry because of this new tenant. And this whole time, the girl that was the tenant wasn't even the culprit that was making Blake crazy. Now, mind you, Blake turned out to be a cheater, which is why he got the comeuppance that he was getting from his actual fiance, who was actually the name of the tenant, and the tenant stole her identity. Follow me, camera. So, with this whole situation, right, I'm thinking the whole time, okay, Blake, as I know men can be kind of paranoid once they cheat, right? No. This girl, whose real name is Whitney, but Whitney, who stole Whitney's name, is really named Amanda, and Whitney changed her name to Krista. Can we not? Okay. So, yeah, I just had to pause right there so you could catch up because I was flabbergasted myself. All the flabbers were gasted, if I may say so myself. So, with everything that turned out, Krista has been a killer since she was a teenager. Blake was just an unemployed asshole, and Whitney / Amanda killed Krista in cold blood at the end so she could get cleared off of gambling debts. I'm sorry. So this just goes to show, okay, that A, you can't trust anybody, that roommates, nothing. That's how I took it. That's why besides college, the only type of roommates is in college. That's all I had. And then a woman scorned from cheating, that's real. Coming from a person that was cheated on, that's a real thing. It still sticks with me to this day, and people know it does. So I can only imagine somebody that's psychotic who got it cheated on. Because even though this is fiction, right? This stuff can really happen, because I don't know if I watch too many crime series, documentaries about love becoming sour. I don't know, but this was a good read. If you want TV in your head and an easy read, this is good. I would say in the beginning, with how they were setting it up, I'm not sure if there's a prequel to this, but because it reads like a get away ant in my book. Hello. Sorry, ant, messing with me right now. What was I saying? Again, with the prequel, I'm not sure if there's a prequel to this or if it's a series, because it reads as a standalone book. However, I am a person that likes to read the backstory of characters before getting into the thick of it. And it was pretty fast paced with this book and how everything came to be. Like, it was like 1 week and then 2 months and then whatever. Like, it was a lot of fast forwarding, so it didn't lead up to how everything folded out to be. That, I would say, could have been better. I just wanted more backstory on how the main character, one of the main characters, led up to the point to just basically ruining Blake's life. His fiance, that is a serial killer and killed more people and wanted to kill him and poison him. I don't know how he lived past it, because it was something in like the chemistry of a blowfish, like the thing that like causes you to have respiratory failure. Yeah, she put that in some cookies. You know how some men say don't eat the women's spaghetti? By the way, if you're a woman that does that, and you're sick, you're a sick individual. Because one thing about me, I'm going to eat some motherfucking pasta. Yeah, I'm going to make some pasta. So, but it be like that. Like, you never know. Like, what you feeding me for? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you don't cook. I'm thinking as a dude. If my woman don't start cooking, mind you, she baked cookies all the time, so it wasn't like a surprise or whatever. But if you start cooking, what's going on? If you start being nice, what's going on? I could see that paranoia from a man. And from a woman, Exhibit A being scorned from cheating, I, I wouldn't even go to that extent. I'm going to be angry as hell. I'm going to be hurt. But just the whole demise of the man, no. He can go over there with who he messed with. Because clearly that you happy over there. Of course you could say it's one time. Sure. Monogamy, is that, I question, is that a thing anymore? Hello? Somebody help me? I don't think so. So yeah, I would say I would, if years went by, I may even reread this if I don't resell it, of course, because I need more books. So yeah, girl, that's the whole thing with this book. Since this is my first little chatty situation about it, hopefully with more reading comes more discussions. But there's that one, and I have started reading Christine Fahan, Reckless Road. Now I'm on chapter 5, I believe. And I have been reading pretty much all day today. So I'm this much far into it, so it probably will be a quick read for me as well. But I will discuss that whenever I am done with that in the next video. I'm still kind of reeling off of the Tenant, because why, it makes me not even want to visit New York, because is everybody crazy? Let's be real with it.